Also, there was an experiment done, I think, in the 50s with bulls. There was a professor at Columbia University who located the part of the bull's brain that would stop them if they're charging. He personally would enter the bull ring
Oh, God.
with a live bull, and there are videotapes of the bull charging this professor at Columbia. He had a button. He's right there with the bull, just a few feet away, and the bull comes to a dead stop when you push that button.
Wow.
And this, of course, raised a lot of eyebrows, because we're no longer talking about reading the mind. We're talking about mind control, which is different. We're actually talking about changing behavior from the outside.
All right, so this devil, his dilemma, what he has to overcome to make his temporary blessing eternal, is he has to have control over the people. Okay, so that's where the MOTB comes in. How does this devil get to the from point A to point B? Meaning from having no control over the actions of the people, in a direct sense, because he does have control over how people think, and the things that they do on a low level sense right now. Because they're programmed from when they come out of the womb, man. Through his media, through decrees that are pushed to change people's perceptions from a youth up to what's right and wrong, which is always contrary to what the Lord discerns between right and wrong, right? So he has it on that sense, but he needs it in a direct sense, man, in order to prolong this blessing that he was given for a temporary time. All right, when Isaac blessed Esau, his blessing was for a temporary time. They would, break our yoke off of his neck, and he would have the fatness of the earth. On the other side, what Jacob's blessing is an eternal one. So that's the dilemma that he's trying to overcome. And to overcome that, he has to have control over the people in a direct sense. So when you see things like this mentioned, this devil has been racing towards that point, from point A to point B, for some time now. Okay, even back when you go back to the Greeks, they were trying to separate our people from their power. They were always trying to destroy the temple, trying to get the people to defile themselves. That's why they wanted to force Eleazar to eat pork in front of the congregation, in front of the people, to influence them, to influence them to go against their power. All right, but he wants to defile the temple once more. And that's by way of sticking that charagma in you. Because the temple ye are. Because the third temple is not, a physical temple. And I'm pretty sure we'll have places that we congregate. But the third temple, man, that's the Lord's men. The temple ye are. The laws are going to be written within our inward parts. We're going to be moving, walking, talking temples. Okay. But this Revelation 13 and 16, all right? So this is a very important prophecy to understand, something very important to acknowledge and to know if you're someone that seeks salvation, right? So this Revelation 13 and 16, it says, and he causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor. So regardless of your social status, regardless of your financial status, the tax bracket that you're in, he's going to require that you fall in line with this agenda. Okay? And I'll say this. Matter is frequencies. And in order to get that bull to do what it needed to do, I'm pretty sure they implanted something. They targeted a part of it. They stimulated a part of his brain. And they needed something they needed an antenna within that bull that it could receive a signal to stop. And he had that remote, right? Now, when you take the RFID chip, it can receive information. It can receive a signal. So they want it's a more heightened version of what they were doing back then. They're controlling, an entity, a being from the outside. And even what they're trying to do with this merging the man with machine That's still even low level control compared to what our Lord has. Everybody's story is written out from the time that they were born, man. You know, man's goings are of the Lord. They want to be like the Most High, going back to the Isaiah, the 14th chapter. All right, but let's read this, Revelation 13:16. And he caused all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark. And that word mark, as you all know, goes back to the word charagma in the Greek, which is an incision in the flesh. It's not Christianity. It's not embargo. It's not the white women. It's none of those things. It's something that you're going to need to function within society. You're going to have physically in your person, to function in society, you see? Okay? Free and bond. Oops. Slakia. Slakia, guys, bear with me. All right, verse 16 again. To receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads, and both of those have been developed. Go to Switzerland. A big portion of the population has the RFID chip, man, which is why they didn't have to go through all the draconian measures during the pandemic. All right, because the agenda pretty much over there is already achieved. Now, Elon Musk has developed the technology to what? They take out a portion of a person's skull. Then there's a coin. Everybody uploaded a demonstration that he did. And they insert the brain chip, which connects, to your brain, which is a direct correlation to what the guy mentioned here with the bull. All right, so this is what their plan is, and it's out there in front of your face, and they dress it up as though it's something for people's advancement or their own good, but it's really for the purpose of them having control in prolonging their temporary blessing, their temporary dominion over the earth. This is how they get from point A to point B. You see? Verse 17. And that no man might buy or sell, and that's literally buy or sell, save that he had the mark, the charagma, the incision in the flesh, or the name of the beast, or the number of his name, all right, which is that 666. And in any barcode, you see the 2 dashes in the beginning, the 2 dashes in the middle, and the 2 dashes at the end. Those are for the numeral 6. And within that RFID chip, it's able to be scanned like a barcode. It has the 666 within it. All right, so that's how you break that down. All right, so everything's lining up. Prophecy's playing out before our eyes, and soon, you're going to be confronted with a choice, and that choice is going to be to choose between life and death. All right, anybody that loveth their life, all right, shall lose it, like the scriptures say. So with that being said, I want to give all praises once more to Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim Rakakadash. I want to give double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone. And I want to say shalom to all the brothers, and of course the few sisters who are pursuing this truth in sincerity. All right, may the blessing of election be upon your house. Shalom.